Well, we use currently the Cisco 7K and 5K combo with effects extenders in our data centers for the county. We have a primary and a redundant data center over about a 30-kilometer WAN. And those data centers are fully tied together with OTV with full redundancy among the cores. Well, we have, as a government organization, we have a lot of important departments that require consistent and basically constant availability of data, right? Including things like 911 and police and human services, all kinds of very important services. And this system provides the backbone for the entire county's network that spreads across the entire county, and it needs to be up and running all the time. And that's what it does. It keeps that running all the time. Well, things that we really like about the Cisco Nexus products is they are incredibly reliable. I mean, that's a big thing, right? As we're running the core of a system, and they need to be up all the time. And we need to have reliable, not just reliable performance, but also high performance, right? We want to have everything run as fast as it can run. And they provide low latency, fast performance in our data center with high availability, high uptime. And that's what we need, and that's what it does. Well, I mean, the Cisco products, the Nexus products are high-end data center switches. They're not the easiest thing to configure. They have a lot of ins and outs you need to know about them. But it's getting better with some of the newer products, but we're still running those out, like Nexus Dashboard and ACI and things like that. But yeah, they're definitely not like, not for the beginner to try and implement. 10. I would absolutely recommend it in a heartbeat. Well, I mean, it is a perfect data center product. So, I mean, it is meant to provide very high performance in your data center. It moves data from point to point incredibly quickly and very consistent latency. That's something that you don't see on some lower end switches where like the latency from, say, a server to another server might vary a little bit. It might pop up and down. You get like these little bumps of performance. But a lot of the data center, you don't want that. You want consistent, easy performance. You want that not only the throughput to be there all the time, but you want it to be consistent, not bursty or little laggy bubbles of performance. And that's what this thing does. They are incredibly consistent, very performant. For equivalent to the Nexus stuff, I've used a lot. My previous job, a good amount of the HP Aruba product line for some of their higher end switches, and I've also worked with some Juniper and not much around anymore, but the Brocade product line. Well, it's not a cheap product. So the Nexus products are not the cheapest option, but they're incredibly good. I mean, I would say the value is there because if you want something that's not going to go down, our current system's been in there 10 years, and it's not gone down in 10 years. So yeah, it costs us some money to put it in, but a decade long of consistent, uninterrupted performance is well worth the money. So that makes it a good value.
Are you happy with the product's feature set?
I am. Yes, I mean, they are quite powerful. The newer ones have some even newer features. I've been very happy with what they can do, particularly with the data encryption, the MACsec capabilities on the per port. That's amazing. Very big fan of that. Yes, absolutely. It's done everything that it's said to be done to, and they promise and it doesn't. It absolutely does. Well, I wasn't part of the original implementation of the product that we're talking about. That was 10 years ago before I joined the county. I've implemented plenty of others. But I'm in the middle of implementing its replacement, which is Cisco 9000 series Nexus products with ACI. And we're currently rolling over from the 7K, 5Ks to the 9000s with Nexus switches and ACI-based systems. And it has been fantastic. That implementation, we're in the middle of it. It's going great. We're rolling over from one system to another seamlessly so far. Absolutely. Just sort of did. Just bought bringing the new stuff right now, the new 9K. So absolutely.